This ABC 15 flash briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.
Hi, I'm Steve Irvin with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. Banner Health announcing today because they are seeing so many COVID-19 patients, they'll have to postpone elective surgeries starting Friday. Elective surgeries can cover everything from kidney stone removal to hip replacement, even some cancer treatments. So here's where the state's overall numbers stand right now. Arizona reporting 5,200 new cases today, as well as another 78 deaths. Meanwhile, the effort to get our frontline healthcare workers vaccinated continues. Maricopa County opening a 5th site today where eligible workers can get their vaccine. County officials say so far, 36,000 people have gotten their first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. That's 6,500 more doses than they reported yesterday. Governor Doug Ducey signing an executive order this afternoon to create a state-led plan to coordinate vaccinations rather than leaving it solely up to the counties. The governor writing, quote, "Vaccines don't do any good sitting in a freezer." Happening tomorrow, President Jonathan Nez of the Navajo Nation will receive the Pfizer coronavirus vaccine. He'll do it live on Facebook. President Nez says he wants to set an example for others as they prepare to move into the next phase of vaccinations. The Navajo Nation is currently under shelter-in-place orders until January 11th to clamp down on a recent surge in cases. Until a vaccine is widespread and the spread of the virus slows, the threat of infection is still very real. But some teachers say Arizona's education leaders are not taking the threat seriously. Our ABC 15 education team first to break the news of teacher sick-outs planned for some East Valley districts. That includes Gilbert and Chandler. Teachers say they don't feel safe because the virus spread is rampant. And they're worried not only about their health, but students' health as well. Enclosed in rooms with 25 or more students all day. Chandler plans to resume classes on January 5th with full in-person learning. Gilbert will go to a hybrid model next week before going back to full in-person instruction.
Our hope is that they realize there is a large enough community spread that our staff do not feel safe returning, and that we are virtual at least for that first week back until we can get a special session of our governing board convened.
The Chandler Education Association is urging its school board to follow county health guidelines, putting all kids in virtual learning until they look at new data and hear from teachers and the community. Arizona's restaurants are hoping 2021 will be much better than this year. Dining, one of the industries hit the hardest by the pandemic. When Governor Ducey temporarily closed non-essential businesses in the spring, the Arizona Restaurant Association says between 70 and 80% of employees were fired or furloughed.
Now, we've been able to bring a lot of those folks back after the reopening. Where we sit right now is we're still down probably between 15 and 20%.
ARA executive Dan Bogert telling our news partners at KTAR help is on the way. The new coronavirus relief bill includes benefits for restaurants, and in Arizona, restaurants will be able to expand patio dining in January, all thanks to funding the governor made available earlier this month. Though the pandemic slowed the majority of the economy, the housing sector has been booming. In 2020, the U.S. entered into a period of the best housing market ever recorded. Demand soared, bidding wars became frequent, and mortgage rates hit a new record low. U.S. home prices jumped by nearly 8%, with Phoenix topping the list for some of the biggest price increases in the country. Experts expect 2021 to bring more low rates and people moving to suburban areas. When it comes to home upgrades, Zillow is out with its trends, including Zoom rooms, a dedicated home office made specifically for virtual meetings. More people will also be creating gourmet kitchens since we're eating at home even more.
Tracking your forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sellens, and let's get a look at New Year's Eve tomorrow. We have a storm system coming in. It's pretty weak, but we'll bring some clouds through the day here in the valley and maybe a few spotty snow flurries up north. Little accumulation expected, if anything at all, but there's a look at your planner. Temperatures in the 40s in the morning, 60s in the afternoon, and by midnight tomorrow night, we'll be back down in the 40s here across the valley. Air quality also getting worse. We have high pollution advisories now for Thursday and Friday, which means burn restrictions are in place. Do not use your wood-burning stoves or fireplaces, or you could face a fine. Air quality is looking unhealthy for all of us by Friday. There's the next 7 days here for you. Temperatures in the 60s as we head into the new year. Looks slightly warmer as we head into early next week, mid to upper 60s Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday as overnight lows return to the 40s.
For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, head to abc15.com or download the free ABC15 mobile app.
This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.